Hello friends, my name is Govind and you are watching Govind Talk. So in this video, I'm going to show you the basic configuration of the MikroTik router board. So let's start the video, and we will cover multiple things in this video. This video will be long, but you will learn a lot of things in this session. So hope you're doing well at your home in lockdown. So you can take the benefit of the lockdown at your home. You can just read about if you are interested in MikroTik router board. So you can learn about MikroTik router board. Or networking skills on my channel. So let's start the video, and we'll see that how we can configure the basic configuration of the MikroTik router board. And we are going to all these things we are going to do on all these things on our VMware. So just I'm going to open my VMware. VMware is a very good platform to do the practice on your system at your home. You can make a lab at your home, or if you don't want to purchase the MikroTik router board, so you can just create the virtually on your system. But system should be good. You should have the configuration strong in your laptop. You should have the 8 GB RAM at least in your system. System should be more than dual core or quad duo, so that the installation will be easy, or you can use it very easily. You will not be disturbed in your you will not be disturbed while using the VMware or any virtual things. So I will let you know that how you can install the VMware, or how you can install the MikroTik in your router board of the MikroTik in your system. So I will let you know in my next video all these things. In this video, just I'm going to cover the basic configuration of the MikroTik router board. So this is our VMware. Here you can see, and I'm going to open my Eve. Eve is the also good platform to do the practice. So sorry, I'm going to open it. I just clicked on the editing, so that's why it was showing that window. So we need to wait here for the opening the MikroTik, the Eve. And in the Eve, I have configured the Palo Alto and ASA firewall, or multiple switches, L2 or L3 Cisco switches, or the MikroTik router. So we need to wait it here. So here you can see it is successfully logged in, and it is asking for the login. So here you can see that it is successfully on our Eve device, and it is asking for the login. So I'm not going to log in here. It will show you the CLI here. So I'm going to open the UI interface. So let's search this address http :/and 10 192.168.10.129. I'm going in my Mozilla Firefox, or I have already searched here. So just I'm going to show you http :/192.168.10.129 and search it. Here you can see the UI interface for the login. So just admin and his password. I'm going to click on sign in. Just click and wait for the login. So this is our, I was practicing on this, so it is showing you. Just I'm going to delete from here. Now this is fresh page. I'm going to delete the internet point also. Yes. So now this is totally fresh. I'm going to take the MikroTik here. Just click on node MikroTik, one MikroTik only, and this is the MikroTik. Okay. I'm going to take the internet over here, so that we can communicate with the internet. Suppose Airtel internet. We are having the Airtel internet, and just connect these devices each other. And now I am going to start the MikroTik. Just click on start button, and for accessing this I need to download the Winbox. Winbox is a source by which you can access your MikroTik. You can also access your MikroTik in your browser via HTTP or HTTPS, but I am going to do it on my Winbox, so I need to download it. I will let you know that I have already downloaded, but I will show you that how you can download the Winbox from Google. So I need to connect the internet at my system. So I'm going to connect it in my phone only. It is getting connected. Yes, so just open your Chrome, search here Google. Right here simply MikroTik, sorry, the Winbox, download and search it. And this is the official website of the MikroTik. Just click on it, and here you can see the Winbox, the dude, net install. So just I'm going to download the 64-bit Winbox over here, but I have already downloaded, so I was just showing you that how you can download the Winbox in your system. So I'm going to disconnect it, or I will give you the link, downloading link in my description box. You can download the Winbox from there. Just click on that link and the Winbox will be downloaded in your system. And let's start. Let's wait for the on the system. So I think it is on. Just click on it, and let's see in my CLI first. Here, yes, this is start. Yes, this is start. So let's log in my Winbox. Download. Here is the Winbox. So here you can see this Winbox, this MikroTik is coming in my Winbox. Just cancel it and connect it. So first of all, I will reset this MikroTik because they have a default some configuration like Ethernet 1 is already created the DHCP client. So I will show you from the basic configuration. I will create all these things so that you guys can understand how you can create a DHCP client in your MikroTik, how you can configure the WAN interface, LAN interface, netting, or upgradation of the MikroTik. We will cover all these things and how you can take the access in your browser. I will let you know everything. So just first of all, I need to reset it. Just go in the system option. Just go on the system option, and here you can see the reset configuration and click no default configuration should be available. Okay, just click on it and reset configuration, and it is asking, do you want to reset all your configuration and reboot? Yes, we want. So click on yes, and we need to wait here for 20 to 30 seconds so that it will be reset or it will be rebooted. Yes, it is reset successfully, and here we can see it is rebooting. Once it will reboot it successfully, now it will show you the MAC address or all details which it was showing earlier. So we need to wait here for 5 to 10 seconds. It will take time sometime, but yes, now you can see the MikroTik is successfully start, and with a button of refresh you can take the refresh. With the button of refresh you can refresh your Winbox. So just click on the MAC address and click on next, and this is a Winbox, and this is downloaded successfully. This is the Winbox and this is logged in successfully. Now here you can see this is the MikroTik and there is no any configuration. Okay, so it is creating the automatically. So I'm going to delete it from here. Now there is no configuration. So first of all, we have to create the WAN interface. So this is the Airtel connection, and Airtel internet is terminated on our MikroTik on Ethernet 1. Okay, on Ethernet 1. So I am going to create Ethernet 1 as a WAN interface. So I am going to create Ethernet 1 as WAN interface in our Winbox. Just open the Winbox and go on interface. First of all, change the name. Ethernet 1 will be the WAN 1. Okay, WAN 1. Apply and OK. Now you can see Ethernet 1 is WAN 1. Now go on DHCP client and add interface and click here or select here WAN 1 interface, apply and OK. Okay, so here you can see it got the IP address from the Airtel modem, and the IP address is 192.168.10.136. So the internet is working or not, let me check. First of all, try to ping the gateway. What is the gateway? Just double click on this interface and go on status, and this is the gateway 10.2. okay, so come here and ping 192.168.10.2, and yes, it is able to reach to the Airtel IP is 192.168.10.2. Now I will try to ping the gateway. We have successfully pinged the gateway. Now I will try to ping the Google. So ping 8.8.8.8. So it is successfully pinging. It means internet is working over the MikroTik. Okay. So now we will check the all information which got from the Airtel. So I will let you know that how you can create the DHCP client. Just click on the IP and DHCP client, and this is the interface where you can create. Just click on add, and here you can select the interface on which you have terminated your ISP cable. So I have selected the WAN 1 and apply and OK. So this got the IP address and gateway or the DNS. So what is the configuration it got from Airtel modem? Just double click on the interface and click on this status button. Here you can see the IP address is 192.168.10.136 and /24, and gateway is this, and DHCP server is 10.254 and expiring date, and IP will be renewed after 27 minutes. It means 30 minutes is lease time in this Airtel modem, and primary DNS is 10.2. okay, so we have checked everything. Now what we have to do, we have to create a bridge in our MikroTik router board. Just go on the bridge, and here you can see the bridge option. Okay, let me show you again what we have done. We have terminated the Airtel cable on our MikroTik router board on port number 1. And what we have done in our Winbox, in our MikroTik, we have opened the MikroTik and we have created the DHCP client. DHCP client means it will send the request. It will send the request to the Airtel modem that I am the DHCP client and provide me the DHCP IP, and it will follow the DORA process, complete DORA process, so that Airtel will give the IP, and Airtel provided the IP address of this Ethernet 1, and it got the IP address. And what is the IP address? IP address I have already shown you, the 192.168.10.136. This is the IP address. Okay, so take the rest for 2 or 3 minutes and start the configuration again after 2 or 3 minutes, and just remind it in your mind everything and steps, IP and DHCP client, and add here. If you have second interface, second IP address, second internet connection, and you have terminated on your Ethernet 2, so just click here and apply and OK. The second port will get the IP address automatically from second internet connection. Okay, and if you have a static connection, what will you do? I will let you know. Just take a 2 or 3 minute rest and revise all these things, then we will start again configuration. Hope you guys revised all these things. So let's start the next configuration. Now we will configure the bridge. So what we have to do, just we need to go on the bridge option. Why we are creating the bridge, I'm going to explain you first of all. The bridge is if you want to create a DHCP server on any port. Suppose port number 3 you want to make a DHCP server, so you will just go on the DHCP server and click configure the DHCP server, one different DHCP server on the port number 3. But the same DHCP server you want to run on the multiple ports. So what you will do, you will just create one bridge, and on that bridge you will create the DHCP server, and in that bridge you will add the ports. That's it. All those ports who are mapping in that bridge will give the same IP from same DHCP server. So this is the concept of the bridge as of now. And how we can create a DHCP server, and how we can create a bridge, and how we can add the ports in that bridge, I'm going to show you. First of all, you need to go on the bridge, and this is the button of the add bridge. So add here and give the bridge name. Suppose I'm going to give the name LAN underscore bridge. So this is the bridge name, and what we have to do, we can see here the port number 1 is a WAN 1, and 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4 are free. So we will add the ports in that bridge 2, 3 and 4. Just go on the ports and add here. Here you have to select the ports Ethernet 1, and here you have to select the bridge. So there is only one bridge, it is automatically selected, and OK. Click on add and select the port number 3, select the bridge, apply and OK. Add, select the port number 4 and select the bridge, apply and OK. That's it. All these ports are mapped in that bridge. Now what we will do, we will just create the DHCP server on that bridge, and all the ports which are mapped on in our bridge will give you the same IP address. So I will show you that how you can check that ports are giving the IP address or not. So just I'm going to show you that how you can create a DHCP server. So just click on the IP and DHCP server. Here you can see the DHCP server option, IP and DHCP server. So this is the DHCP server, this is the networks, lease and option set and alerts. So what we have to do right now only, we have to create the DHCP server on that bridge. This is the DHCP setup. Here you can see DHCP setup, just click on this, and here you have to select the interface, on which interface you want to create a DHCP server. So I am going to create a DHCP server on the LAN bridge. So I am going to select here LAN bridge and click on next. Now it is asking for the network, which network you want to create on this bridge, which network you want to run in your network. So I am going to give the IP address 10.5.50.0/24. Here you have to give the network, not the IP address. Here you can see DHCP address space. If you will give the IP, here suppose I am giving the IP 50.1, so it is showing in the red. Okay, it means you are not able to go ahead. It is showing error, the DHCP address space, network address accepted. Which network accepted? Which you have given in this box. So just give the network address, not the IP address. This is the network address, and now it is showing in the blue color. Just click on the next, and here you can see it is asking for the gateway. What is the gateway you want to keep in your network? If traffic will go from your PC to the internet, so what is the gateway for the PC? It is asking for the LAN network gateway only. Okay, so here you can give the gateway, IP gateway, whatever you want from your network. You can choose any IP from your network for the gateway. So I am giving this the same IP address 10.5.50.1. This is the gateway. Just click on next. Now it is asking for the relay. So we are not creating the relay. What is the relay? How it works? I will let you know in my more videos, next videos, another sessions. So just I'm going to disable it. Click here from disable and click on next. Now it is showing you the pool. So 10.5.50.2 to 10.5.50.254 IPs are available in your pool. If you want to exclude some IPs, suppose you want to give the IP address from 100, so here you can type easily 10.5.50.100 to 10.5.50.254, and if you have noticed, it was to 10.5.50.2, it was not showing 10.5.50.1. Why? Because we have already excluded that IP for our gateway. So I am going to create this 10.5.50.100 to 10.5.50.254. Okay, click on next. Now it is asking for the DNS. I'm going to give the 8.8.8.8. What is the gateway and how? What is the DNS and how it works? I will let you know in my more videos. And this is the lease time. What is the lease time you want to keep in your network? After that lease time, IP will be expired and IP will be ring automatically. Okay, so I am going to give the lease time 3 hours. Just click on next, and here you can see the setup has completed successfully. Okay, DHCP server setup has completed successfully. Now it is showing in the red. So you have created the gateway here. Okay, but you have not selected the interface on IP address. This is the mandatory, very important part. So here you can see this is showing in red session. It means there is something missed. So what we have missed, we have to add the gateway over here. IP and addresses. Let me show you again. Just go and in IP and address and add here 10.5.50.1/24. You have to give this gateway here, and here you have to select the interface. So I'm going to select the LAN bridge, apply, and okay. Now you can see this is in black color. Okay, this is in black color. This is successfully created. So let me show you again all the configuration. Just click on bridge, and here you have to create one bridge for your network. And after created the bridge, just go on the ports and map the ports, all those ports which you want to add, which you want to map on in that bridge. Okay, so we have mapped 2, 3 and 4 ports. Now what we have to do, close it and go IP and DHCP server and click on setup button and select the interface and complete the DHCP server. Okay, and after that it will show in red session, red color. Just go in the IP and addresses and select here add button and give the gateway, same gateway which you have set earlier in your DHCP server setup. Okay, and the same gateway, IP address and /20/ your CIDR value. It should be mandatory. It should be available there, CIDR value, and select the interface from here and just apply and okay. Your DHCP will be completed. Okay, now what you have to do for your internet connection? Now your users will get the IP address from your DHCP server, but will not be able to access the internet. Why? Because they will give the IP, they will give the DNS, they will get the IP, they will get the DNS, they will get the gateway, but they will once they will send the request, your PC will send the request to the google.com and your PC will send the request to the gateway. It means till your MikroTik will receive that packet, and MikroTik doesn't know that how and where I have to forward this packet, google.com packet, where I have to forward it. So what is the concept is missing? Just go in IP and firewall. Okay, and here you have to come in NAT, add and source NAT. Here you have to select in chain source NAT and source IP 10.5.50.0/24 and come in your NAT action button, and here you have to select the masquerade and apply and okay. Now what is why we have created this rule? I am showing you again. Select the source net. Source net means source IP. Suppose I am connecting with your port number 3 and I got the IP address 10.5.50.250. Now I will send the request for google.com. So request will go to the MikroTik router mode, and MikroTik router board will see that this is for the google.com, and google.com will pinging from Ethernet 1. So masquerade means the internet port. Masquerade means internet port. Yes, this rule will transfer this network, complete this network to your internet port. So now you are able to access the internet. So what we have done, let me show you again. Just go on bridge and add here bridge. We have added here. Just give the bridge name. Sorry, you can add from here bridge name, and after that you need to add the port. You need to map the ports in that bridge. I have mapped 3 ports. Close it and just go in DHCP server and click here DHCP setup and select the interface and just click on next. Give your network. After that give your the gateway and DNS or lease time, whatever it is asking. And after set up this DHCP server, just go IP and addresses and add here. Here you have to give the gateway like this. Gateway 10.5.50.1/24/24 is very mandatory. So and just click here your interface. Once you will click on apply, it will automatically fill the network. You don't need to fill up here your gateway, your network. And after completing your DHCP setup, you need to forward your LAN traffic to the internet. So just click on IP and firewall, click on next button, click on add button, and here you have to select the source net in chain option, and here you have to give the network complete network /24, and in action fashion you have to select the masquerade and apply and OK, which I have created here. Here you can see source net 10.5.50.0/24 and this is the masquerade rule and apply and OK. So now it will transfer your LAN traffic to the internet. So this is very good concept in your MikroTik. So we have done 2 tasks. First of all, the WAN setup, and second one is LAN setup bridge and how we can add the ports in bridge and how we can create the LAN. So take a rest here for 2 or 3 minutes and revise all these things, and we will start our session again after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we will start again. related करके दो लोकेशन बट लोग जब कनेक्ट हो रहे हैं तो किस लोकेशन पे जा रहा है OS 1006 OS 1006 डिस्कनेक्ट मतलब वाईफाई डिस्कनेक्ट हो रहा है या वाईफाई से लॉग आउट कर रहा है दिक्कत और तो इंस्टाग्राम में पोर्टल में सेशन लाइन में प्रॉब्लम है वाईफाई डिस्कनेक्ट कर रहा है तो इससे डेटा का यूज होता है तो आपका डेटा भी उस पे जा लोकेशन लोकेशन बढ़िए डेटा ट्रांसफर प्रॉब्लम आती है यूजर को कोई प्रॉब्लम दोनों लोकेशन आईडी पर बस So hope you have revised all these things. So what we have done, I am going to show you that what are we have done in this session. So in this session, just we have WAN interface we have done, and bridge, or how to add the ports in bridge, and DHCP server on bridge. So now I'm going to show you, now I'm going to explain you or show you the configuration, how you can create a DHCP server on port. Okay, so we have done the configuration on bridge. Now we will do the configuration on port, the DHCP server configuration. So just we need to go on the MikroTik, and what we will do, we will create the DHCP server on port number 2. So first of all, here you can see the port number 2 is already mapped in the bridge, in one bridge. So this is not possible if you will map the port in any bridge. So on that bridge you can't create any DHCP server. So first of all, we need to remove this port from this bridge. I have deleted that port from the bridge. Now the port is free. Okay, so what we will do, I will again go on IP and DHCP server and DHCP setup. In this DHCP setup, previously we have selected the LAN bridge. In this time we will select Ethernet 2 on that bridge, where we have to create the DHCP server, and click on next. Same as well we have done the in my previous configuration. So here you have to give the network. So this was the previous network. Let me close my Wi-Fi first of all, and here I have to give the network. So I am going to give this time 10.5.60.0/24. Again I am repeating, here you have to give the network, not the IP address, and CIDR value is more important, that which network you want to create here. Click on next. Here you have to give the network 10.5.50.60.1, the gateway. It is asking this time for the gateway 10.5.60.1, and relay will be disabled. Click on next. Now it is asking for the pool 10.5.60.2 to 10.5.60.254. So this time I'm keeping the same. Next, and here you have to give the DNS, and second DNS I want to give the 8.8.4.4. click on next button. Lease time will be 3 hours. Same, and next. This is done. It is showing setup has completed successfully, and here you can see the port number 2 configuration has been done, but it is showing in red color. So what is the meaning of red color? Red color means we are missing something in this configuration, or we are leaving something. Okay, so just I have to give the IP and address, and here you have to add the gateway 10.5.60.1/24, and here you have to select the interface, apply, and OK. Now you can see here, now this is in black color. Okay, so what we have done, we have just created the DHCP server on port number 2. Now same thing we have to do in our firewall session. IP firewall LAN to WAN configuration, LAN to WAN packet transfer. It will transfer, this rule will transfer the packet. It will help to user, it will help our user to reach the internet. So we have to create the masquerade rule. Just click on add, and in general here you have to select the source NAT in chain option, and here you have to give the network /24 in action masquerade. Okay, apply and OK. So this is the two masquerade rule here. With the help of this, both network are able to go to the internet. Okay, so let me show you again what we have done. We have just removed that port from the bridge on which we want to create a DHCP server. So if you want to create another DHCP server on port number 3, so you need to delete the port from the bridge. Okay, so this is not possible if you are mapping one port in any bridge, and if you will go to the configuration and you will make the DHCP server on the same port, it will not allow you. Let me show you what it will show you. IP DHCP server and DHCP, and now I am selecting port number 3. I didn't remove it from bridge, but I want to create. So just click on next. Now it is showing interface is slave, not a master. So you have to delete that interface 3 from the bridge. Okay, so we have removed the port number 2 from bridge, and we just went to the IP DHCP server and setup. We have selected the port number 2, and next we have given the network, IP, gateway, DNS and lease time, and DHCP server has been successfully configured. After that, we have configured the net chain in this firewall section of our firewall section. So we just came in our, let me show you again. I am going to delete both rule and just click on add, and first rule I want to create for my first network, which is created on bridge. So chain will be source net and 10.5.50.0/24. okay, and action, here you have to select the masquerade rule, just apply and okay. The second rule will be same, general source net and 10.5.60.0/24, action and masquerade rule, apply and okay. So this is the rule. Will transfer our LAN user, will allow our LAN user to our internet. So hope you guys are understanding very easily, and I think this video is too long. So this is now we need to wind up this session, and in our next session I will cover the multiple things. So please subscribe my channel so that you guys can understand easily all these things. Bye bye, see you in next video.